Good afternoon, everybody. Amber and Sagar here with the Daily Caller News Foundation's Today in Media. We're taking a look at our 5 of the most foolish takes. Amber, what's our first clip?
Yes, first on the docket today, we have number 5, Alison Camerota, who has been pushing Russia narrative for probably a year now.
Right.
Now all of a sudden can't decide if Russia's good or bad.
Let's see.
That's what we talked about, Kellyanne and I, at the end there, which is Russia bad or good? Let's pick a side. Are they bad or good?
All right, so
Wow.
CNN's New Day, Alison Camerota and Chris Cuomo have been giving breathless coverage to Trump's alleged ties to Russia and collusion with the Russian government for ever since basically he declared his candidacy.
Yeah, now, is Russia good? Is it bad? I mean, this woman, frankly, just has no idea what the hell she's talking about.
Right.
And so, at the end of the day, she absorbs her narrative, and she pushes it out there. But now that the Democrats are once again implicated in this scandal, they have to ask themselves, oh gosh, are they good? Are they bad now? All harkens back to that Obama 2012 debate moment with Mitt Romney, in which he made fun of Governor Romney at the time for saying that Russia was the greatest national security threat to the United States.
Yeah, and Allison is just playing dumb here anyway because she's just trying to cover for Democrats now that Hillary and Podesta are the ones involved in potential Russia collusion. Now she's just going to say, well, you know what? The Russians are good now. So.
Yeah, it's sad, really. Speaking of people who have absolutely no idea what they're talking about, Velshi gave everybody a run for his money with his take on the Iran deal. Let's take a look at it.
Senator, I remember talking to you a few years ago. You were on the fence about the Iran deal. You subsequently, in my mind, your decision to support it kind of was the nail in the coffin for those who wanted to kill it. Iran has complied according to the Atomic Energy Commission. What do you think should happen now with what the president has done? He said he didn't certify it, then he wanted Congress to deal with it. What should happen next?
Well, let me correct you. I voted against the Iran agreement, so I was on the other side of that.
Wow. So once again, you just witnessed a perfect example of narrative construction. This is exactly what the media does. They try, Ali sets up that interview, first of all, by getting his facts wrong, as Senator Cardin interrupted him. But he sets it up to make him be like, you were a reasonable man. You considered the facts. You were skeptical. And then you came to President Obama's point of view.
The right conclusion.
As a smart man should, right? I mean, Ali has a storied history with the Daily Caller and the Daily Caller News Foundation.
That he does,
Yeah.
yes. So I, as a media reporter, I have to fact check this guy a lot because he gets a lot wrong. Let's recall the time when he said that Senator Cory Booker was a Republican from Colorado.
Right.
That's actually Cory Gardner. He spread a false claim about bump stocks, which led to him verbally assaulting me on Twitter practically. So this is a long line of us trying to get Velshi to just say something factual on his show, and he just absolutely refuses to do it. When he does say something wrong, he refuses to correct himself. So I'm sure this is going to be another example of that. It's just really sad.
You guys should tag him in the comments. We'll see if he shows up.
He's been on the news for like 20 years now. He had a job at Al Jazeera.
Yeah, he's been getting things wrong for a really long time.
Yes.
We look forward to fact checking him here. It's always good fun.
Really brightens our day.
Yeah. So what's next?
Next we have good old Jeffrey Toobin on CNN, and here was his response to the scandals surrounding the Clintons and Russia.
Look, what this story is about is the symbiosis between Fox News and the Trump White House. This is an old investigation that deals with 10-year-old events or almost 10-year-old events, and it's an attempt by the Republicans to get us to be talking about something other than Russia's possible influence in the election last year. Sure. It is appropriate to hear from witnesses who care, but the idea that this is a priority for the Senate Judiciary Committee at this late date, it's a completely political undertaking designed to get people to talk about the only thing that unifies the Republican Party today, which is hating Hillary Clinton.
Okay, so what's happening here is Toobin, who is a legal analyst, is basically trying to diminish and dismiss these reports about the Clintons and Russia by saying that they're a coordinated effort between Fox News and the Republicans. First of all, the reports about this investigation into Russian bribery and energy companies in the United States was reported by The Hill.
Yeah,
so
this
he gets that
entire
wrong completely.
came from the Hill.
Yes.
But what the worst part of this is that if there was any, like, when you look at the so-called Trump-Russia scandal and the, the insinuations and the, like the barely constructed ties, things are just as murky within that as they are here. And for Jeffrey Toobin to go up there and dismiss it as some sort of decade-old, so-and-so, I bet you that this guy has mouthed off about Trump's supposed business connections in Moscow in, 1997,
based on a dossier that has
like,
no salacious parts of it have been confirmed.
Well,
the only thing that's been confirmed from the dossier is the fact that Russia tried to influence the election, which pretty much everybody already knew to begin with. So really, this dossier hasn't told us anything. And of course, Toobin is basing all of this stuff about Trump based on that. And then you have this report from the Hill with multiple sources that he's just going to dismiss out of hand because
dismisses out of hand
negative about the Clintons
as an operative. It's just
and
crap.
It's old news.
Right.
It literally just got reported 2 weeks ago. The investigation itself is old, but we didn't know about it.
Yeah, and now that the House has launched an investigation into this, but apparently that's a partisan witch hunt, right? Okay, let's go next to so Stephanie Rule. She had a little take on the JFK files.
Yes, of course, ludicrous. We say across the board. But do you think, Senator, the president's calculation anyway had anything to do with this claims he made about Ted Cruz's dad, why he would now want to get involved in releasing these documents? Trump hates being called a liar.
He does, but only Donald Trump could take the release of 54-year-old documents and make it into some kind of a national sensation. No, I think this is just a conspiratorial right.
Wow. So the only reason for the Trump administration to release the JFK files is because of a past, campaign dispute with Ted Cruz. Come on.
My favorite thing about this, though, is that she's denouncing all of the conspiracy theories that are apparently coming from the right, and then creates her own conspiracy theory about how this is all about Ted Cruz's father.
One of the things, this has been bothering me for the last week, is that you cannot discuss the JFK files. Like, every single story that I've read on the JFK files starts out with the news, which is what you guys came. You guys want to talk about and find out about the JFK files. Pivots to President Trump, a man well known himself for peddling conspiracy theories, goes to the Rafael Cruz. Then somehow at the end of the article, I'm reading about birtherism. All I want to do is learn about the JFK files.
Exactly, and there's so many polls out there. So apparently, 60% of people believe that there could have been a second person involved in the assassination. So this is some wild conspiracy theory being peddled by extremists. A lot of people just genuinely want to know what the heck happened.
Yeah, I know. It's just. Can we just have a moment where we talk about the release of historic files without noting how horrible our president is and his past transgressions? Come on. Anyway, so we're going to go to the worst take of all time. Brian Fallon, second time in a row.
This is the first time this has ever happened.
The first time. Brian Fallon is historically bad. And basically what he did, you should have a tweet on your screen in front of you, is Brian Fallon, former spokesman for the Hillary Clinton campaign, accused Republican candidate for governor, Ed Gillespie, basically of being a Nazi.
Yes. Literally everyone I disagree with is a Nazi. That's basically what Brian Fallon's saying. Not to forget the...
also, by the way, employed by CNN.
Employed by CNN. He's a CNN contributor. This guy is... First of all, he's just wrong. Ed Gillespie came out after the Charlottesville march and gave probably one of the strongest announcements of those groups that I've read.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's stronger than a lot of Democrats even. So for him to sit here and put Gillespie next to a photo of these torch-wielding idiots is absurd.
It is classic guilt by association. Ed Gillespie is a Republican, ergo he's a Nazi. Doesn't matter that he denounced the Charlottesville riots. Doesn't matter that, he doesn't even have a particularly strong, some would say, or whatever on the Confederate statues.
No, not really.
He's just it's a state and local matter.
Right.
The man.
He's the most reasonable Republican I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly, and for this just shows you one of the biggest problems of being on the right out there is that no matter what you do, if you denounce elements of hate, the left will always seek to paint you as the most extreme element of the right, and it's just so disingenuous. I think people saw through it. I think that's why Hillary lost.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I was just about to say, people are still wondering why Hillary lost the election. It's Russia, it's Facebook ads, it's everything else. Look at who the heck her spokesperson was. Her spokesman is painting the other side as Nazis. That's exactly why Hillary went out there calling all Trump supporters deplorables, because this is the guy feeding her talking points.
It's awful. And it's disingenuous and it's insulting.
And CNN should honestly make this guy
They should
apologize
rebuke
for
him.
this.
Yeah,
they should.
He absolutely should be.
He's a
rebuked for
liar.
this. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Amber and Sagar from the Daily Caller News Foundation's Today in Media.